going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. If you don't know who I am, that means you're new. I'm Mark. What's good with y'all? Go check out my other videos. Check them out. But first, stay on this one. So this is a video that I've kind of touched the topic on, however, I think this deserves, more of a in-depth video on my reasoning why, right? So you saw the thumbnail, you read the title. Let's get into it. What condition you should keep your rifle in? So you guys know this is my PSA AR-15 right here. Add a little vertical grip on it. Nothing new, but my whole point is you'll see the condition I keep it in. Drop the mag. Chamber is clear. You guys can see that. There's no mag in there, obviously. You can literally see me through this shit. It is clear. Why do I not have a round in the chamber on my home defense rifle? Why do I think that there would be some situations where you would need a round in the chamber? What situations would those be? I'm going to get into it all. So, for starters, we're going to talk about why I personally do not have a round in the chamber on my AR-15, or at least on my rifles as a whole, but at least in this case for my AR-15 as it is my home defense rifle. So, for starters, all right, one of the reasons I will not be able to discuss right now, and you guys will know why when, I do discuss it. However, I'm not going to get into that one because that's just going to, sit here and make me try to dance around, beat around the bush with it. I'm not going to do that. All right. So the main reason why I do is because, one, I don't want to sit here and have to keep clearing the chamber on my AR. I play with this thing way too much. I have way too much fun playing with my AR-15 to sit here and want to keep clearing the chamber on it, just so I can dry fire. Now, do I feel that inhibits the use, or will it, stop me from being able to, get my AR-15 into the fight? No, and I'm going to get into a couple of reasons why as well. But before I even get into that, I actually do want to get into some reasons where I do see the need of having a round in the chamber on your rifle and why. One, if you're, a cop or you're in the military, you are, actively on duty, or you see what I mean? You are in a situation where you don't, something can happen like that. Sure. Yeah, I can see, the purpose of it 100%. This is my home defense AR. All right, guys, I hate to break this to you, but one, if someone breaks into my home, I'm going to be able to hear it. I have a dog that is incredibly loud and barks at everything. And as I mentioned her, she gets up to start moving. This dog will bark at anything. I will hear if someone breaks into my house. I will be able to grab my AR, get into the fight. You see what I mean? Next, safety reasons. Here's the truth of the matter. While I trust keeping a round in the chamber on my AR, throwing the safety on it, do I believe that it's going to be of benefit to me to do that? No, not really. And when I say safety, I'm not referring to safety for avoiding negligent discharges. I'm referring, I can English today, guys. I'm referring to my safety. I'm talking about for me when I need to get into the fight. Some of y'all might be wondering, well, why would that, cause an issue for you? I generally do not keep my rifles on safety mode because I don't keep a round in the chamber. I don't keep the safeties on with them. I don't. There's no reason for me to do that if I don't have a round in the chamber. You see what I'm getting at here? My natural instinct is not going to be to go ahead and grab this. Oh, the safety's on. No, what I'm going to do is grab it, rack around in the chamber. Chances are lose a round that's already in the chamber just to get another one in there for no reason. Then, pull the trigger and, oh, trigger's dead. Why is the trigger dead? Because safety's on. So, I mean, that I will say is more of a subjective reasoning than anything else. However, a big reasoning is due to the simple fact that you will have time to get around in the chamber with your rifle. If you're in a situation, during a home defense situation where you're grabbing your rifle, you're probably going to, have the chance to get around in the chamber. There are very few situations where, you won't have the time. And in that case, I would go towards your concealed carry pistol. That's what I would do, because everybody who knows what they're doing will conceal carry with a round in the chamber at the bare minimum. However, there are situations where it would be beneficial to have a round in the chamber. Is it necessary for a home defense rifle? No. Do I believe you need to keep a round in the chamber for your home defense rifle? No, not really either. As I said, a majority of time you will be able to get a round in the chamber and get your gun into fight. You'll be able to. That's not really the issue here. Now, if you have children in the home, that's where some people might, be more leaning towards the side of not having a round in the chamber in your rifles. Why is that? Well, let's take a look, right? Right here is a safety selector, right? It's very easy to manipulate. Very, very easy. It doesn't take a lot of effort. It doesn't take energy. A child 100% could, disengage a safety right there, and bam, the gun's live. I would not keep around in the chamber if you have a child in the home as far as your home defense rifles. However, some people, well, actually a majority of people also keep, their home defense rifles in safes or something along those lines. Me personally, I don't. Whatever, you know what I mean? I'd rather be able to get to it quicker than not. That's just me. But hey, whatever. My whole point is that, look, I know this is a very subjective video. I know it seems like I'm rambling. This is just one of those things that if you keep around in the chamber on your rifle, that's on you. That's perfectly fine. Understand that unless you're getting a, pretty new rifle, a lot of rifles are, do have older technology. So it might be beneficial for you to not have a round in the chamber. That's my same logic for actually a lot of pump shotguns. But I will say that rifle technology is a good bit more advanced than shotgun technology, at least in my opinion. With that being said, as I said, this is completely an opinion-based video. This is subjective. If you keep a round in the chamber on your home defense rifle, that is solely on you. That's perfectly fine. If you've trained that way, then it doesn't make a single bit of difference to you, does it? Me personally, I have not trained that way. I don't see a point of keeping around in the chamber for my home defense rifle. I don't see a point in it, because if I'm going to be able to grab my rifle, I'm going to be able to get around in the chamber. That's just an objective truth here. Not to mention, I like practicing with my rifle. I like dry firing. I like getting everything. I like being efficient. If I'm having to sit here and keep wasting ammo just so that way I can do so, it does start to, become a hassle. So once again, very subjective, very, just an opinion-based situation. It's really all about how you want to do things, how you practice, how you've trained with your, your home defense rifle. I almost keep saying AR-15 because that's what I'm talking about, at least for mine here. But I know a lot of y'all do not have AR-15s as your home defense rifle. Some of y'all have AKs. Some of y'all have a bunch of different other shit. But with that being said, do you need to keep a round in the chamber for your home defense rifle? No. If you already do it, I guess keep doing it. That's on you. But just know that if you have children in the home, there can be some safety issues as long as you sit there and teach your child not to touch a fucking gun, the same way you would the same way you would sit there and teach them to not play with fire, the same way you would teach them to not play with knives, to not play with guns, you'll be fine in all reality. But with that being said, y'all make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that bell. When you hit that bell, hit all in. Because you agree with me, or even if you disagree with me, actually. Personally, on this one, I don't give a shit if you agree with me or not. All right, this is a very opinion-based video. This is my opinion solely. There is no, right or wrong in this case. This is about what you do versus what I do and what we see as pros and cons to it. You know what I mean? Regardless of whether you agree with me or not, make sure to check out all my other videos. Y'all make sure to stay legal, stay safe, stay dangerous. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.